Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bike Hacks. We got some new rubber and shorts for Seth. Let's get this Schwabler G1 on my gravel bike. This first workshop hack is a cheap stand for through axle wheels, which allows you to work on them easily, as demonstrated here. This is simple if you have a vise perpendicular to where you want to work, but you could also make a version to fit standard vices with one extra bit of wood and a screw, kinda like what I've drawn here. That new tyre I got leads on nicely to the next trick, which is this tractor tyre sealant you can get from garden and country stores. It's a fraction of the price of Stan's or Orange sealant, and has these big rubber particles in which have permanently sealed some impressively large slits in some of my tyres. It's so thick that you actually have to water it down a bit. So that couldn't have really gone much better, to be honest. Could have gone a lot better. I spilled sealant everywhere, but I got the old tyre off and the new one's gone on without sealant. So let's put some in now then. This third hack may be of interest to you wheel fettlers out there. If you need some extra purchase on a spoke nipple, cut a slit in an old screwdriver with an angle grinder to fit around the spoke tip and get the spoke out. You can use the slotted screwdriver to get a spoke out, and you can make another even more useful tool, a spokey. Simply bend the spoke in two, hook the J-bend around the spoke, and tape the handle together and then sharpen. Voila! These picks are incredibly useful, and I use mine almost every time I work on something in the workshop. This last cheap tool hack is for those of you who obsess over keeping your bike looking good as new. Every 3 months when you get a new toothbrush, keep your old one in a tub instead of throwing it away. It can be used to get into all the nooks and crannies around your chainring and linkages on your bike. The next 5 hacks are little things you can do with a very ordinary but somewhat outdated technology, inner tubes. Everyone knows the inner tube chainstay protector trick, but there are loads of other cool and useful things you can do with one as well as inflating tyres. Instead of wrapping your chainstay, you can use the tube to coat bike locks and chains to protect your bike frame. Other uses include crank stoppers for you cool cats and kittens out there doing no footer tricks, and as spacers for bar-mounted clamps. Tubeless tyre plugs, sold under the brand name Bacon Strips, are a lifesaver if you get a small gash in your tubeless tyre. You can cut up an old inner tube and use it as a lifetime supply of bacon strips when you run out of the branded stuff. If the inner tube has removable valve cores, you can remove the cores for spare in case you bend any, or cut the whole valve stem out and use them as bodged tubeless valves to complete your Ghetto Gorilla tape conversion. Inner tubes also work great as filler for when you can't think of enough hacks for one video. Perhaps they are underrated. Channel plan update. Partly because I want to help encourage a new cohort of cyclocross and gravel riders at my university. And partly because I want to. I plan on doing more bike footage and tutorials in the future. If you like the sound of that, please consider subscribing, and if you liked any of the tricks in this video, maybe drop a cheeky like. Makes me feel good enough about myself to want to make more videos, so that'd be nice. Cheers everyone for watching.
Oh, that was naughty. Oh boy.